Hey there. Just finished watching TJ Pyramid's movies for Halloween video and Shadowed. Thanks, TJ. Really appreciate all the kind words, and right back at you, buddy. Birthday coming up soon. Now, you did one on Halloween films. You gave some good ones. So I, as always, got to twist it a bit. So, kind of meshed two things together. Recently, the Barnes & Noble sale just ended. As everybody knows, that's worth their salt when it comes to this whole collecting thing. Criterion tends to be one of the cream of the crops in the collector's universe. Getting a Criterion is kind of like getting a sports car. It's the sports car of your DVD collection. And more than likely, you probably got a minute and about a few. So Halloween's coming up. Hold on a sec. And what does that mean? That means you're probably going to be doing, if you're a horror fan, you're probably going to be doing a horror marathon. If you're not going to be doing the 31 Days of Horror, which nowadays, let's face it, a lot of us horror fans and YouTubers, we do the 31 Days of Horror and we post on here. You will probably be doing something like like some big horror marathon, something like Halloween weekend or the day of Halloween. So I thought, in lieu of that, rather than get out my real big horror stuff and my Scream Factories or my rare stuff and stuff like that, I thought let's take the just my Criterions and pick a horror movie marathon from the small amount of Criterions I've got. So make my money work for itself. First stop is a classic Japanese film that I really like, and honestly, there's a mask in the movie that scares the crap out of me to this day, and that is Looney Babba. It's basically a unique film about it's a mother and her daughter-in-law. The husband goes away to war in kind of a medieval Japan, and he dies while he's gone away. So the mother and the daughter-in-law kind of they get close, and they have to basically they murder samurais, and they sell their belongings and stuff for food and that. But when one guy comes back from war, basically, a neighbor, and starts to fall at least in lust with the girl next door, the mother-in-law takes drastic actions. And this movie, although it's not a silent film, it could definitely play as one. It has a very expressionistic, almost dreamlike, nightmarish quality to it. And it definitely makes for a good Halloween film, especially late at night. Next up is actually a horror classic. Rosemary's Baby. What can you really say about Rosemary's Baby that hasn't already been said? This is an amazing film. Polanski has a direction just so tight on this film right here. Mia Farrow portrays the desperation and innocence so well in this film, and pretty much everybody is on the ball with this. Even John Cassavetes, who is better when directing than acting, manages to come through here. We get Maurice Evans with it. It's Planet of the Apes makeup on, Ralph Bellamy, and of course Ruth Gordon does an incredible job in this film. There's such a high amount of tension and paranoia that Rosemary's Baby is pretty much a must-see, and around Halloween time, even more so. Next up is kind of a thriller, but I'm going to put it on the Halloween section as well, and that is Blowout. Blowout is an incredible film. it is one of De Palma's greats, I think, in my opinion, anyway. And one of the best roles you're ever going to see John Travolta in. John Travolta, Nancy Allen, the always creepy John Lithgow. Yeah, the dude's just creepy. You've seen Dexter, you know what I'm talking about. This is the start of it. This is where we get to see creepy John Lithgow pretty much for the first time playing the... Because there's no hiding this. He's a serial killer that basically kills for political reasons. Very, very good film. Very unique. And the last scream is very memorable. If you've seen this movie, you know exactly what I just told you. Next up is a classic in all senses of the word. Night of the Hunter. This is the only film that Charles Laughton, the actor, ever directed. It stars Robert Mitchum, Shelley Winters. A great, great film. Lillian Gish has a wonderful role in this. Peter Graves has a small role at the beginning, but a very pivotal role. Night of the Hunter is a terrifying little film. The way that it's shot, but you'll never forget the scene in the water. And yeah, the discovery of the mom. Trust me, it's one of those classic horror scenes that at the time that makes it onto lists for years upon years to come. Night of the Hunter is a well-known film, and it's not in this big box here because it's he had some extra cardboard to go around. This thing is amazing. Be ashamed of yourself if you don't have this film or not in the midst of purchasing it. Next up is a 1977 Japanese film that will freak you the hell out. There, see, I didn't swear. And that is House. House is weird, it's dreamlike, it's freaky, it's creepy. It is a messed up, psychedelic montage, collage, freaking film. And demonic house cat, man eating piano, background imagery that you just have to see to believe. The camera works here are so amazing. It may be a freaky film. This may have a crap load of undecipherable stuff in it, but you will not stop looking at the screen. If I was to put a film on this, and if I was to look at art and film, this film is a legitimate, in my opinion, work of art. And it's running, moving, living art. And that's what the film portrays. And it's also creepy. And definitely something that belongs on your Halloween list. Last but not least, my favorite in this list is David Cronenberg's trippy horror sci-fi classic Videodrome. Videodrome is so far ahead of its time, it's not even funny. It is probably one of the best put together films here. Of course, produced by Pierre David, who would do the Scanners films. Produced the Scanners films, directed by, of course, Cronenberg, starring James Woods, Sonia Smits, Debbie Harry from Blondie fame, the punk band Blondie. It's just an incredible movie. Rick Baker does the makeup in this, and the makeup is this is all pre-CGI, all practical effects stuff. And if you want to give yourself some different choices for around Halloween time, shove a couple of these in between, like the Halloweens and the trick or treats and the Friday the 13th and the burnings and stuff like that. Just give some of these films that try to do something a little bit different, a little bit stranger. Give them a try. Have you got any of these Criterions in your collection? I hope you do. Actually, at least have one or two of them in there. Definitely. Give some of these a try for Halloween. If you've got them and you haven't watched them yet, save them. And give yourself a different type of treat on Halloween. So, I am up to actually go out and do some stuff. So right now I'm going to go have my breakfast and grab some delicious amber liquid known as tea. TJ, that was a great video. Always sparking my creativity, whether that's good or not. That's up to you to decide. Thanks a lot. Big shout out, dude. And to all the guys that TJ mentioned in the video, go back and watch TJ's video with the horror. Subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to TJ's video, that's a damn shame. TJ's channel, subscribe. Go watch the video and subscribe to all those people that he listed there, because every one of those people deserves to be subscribed to. Again, thanks a lot for watching, and because I can't go to bed without it, or can't wake up without it, in this case, it's time for tea.